So it's going live.
Hello everyone, it's Catherine Newton here, and I'm coming to you live. We're trying out some new technology, and it's very exciting. So welcome. If you've never tried Google Hangouts before, then you're in for an absolute treat, because this is the new way to go, and it means it makes it more interactive, and you know, there's nothing quite like having the presenter live. This is really a great witness for you guys, because I was literally told 5 minutes ago that it would be live and you'd be seeing me. So here was me expecting to be, you know, just hiding behind my slides, but no, here I am. And so just, you know, quickly did my hair and threw on some lippies. So this is how I am. Really thrilled that you guys are all joining me on the call here today. What you do need to know is that apparently, I've just found out too, there is a 30-second delay from what I say to when you hear it. So what you might find is that sometimes I've moved on to certain things, but bear with me while we both get to learn this new technology. And if you see me looking down, it's because my screen of the presentation is down here, but the camera is up here, so you'll have to sometimes look at my head. So yeah, so just want to say a really big welcome to everybody here today for coming on to the line, and just, you know, just to really, you know, congratulate you for being here, and really just want you to know that what we're here to do today is we're here to really connect in and to find out how you can avoid winding up on the success scrap heap. What I just need to know from you guys is, I'm going to just enable the chat box now. So I wondered, could you please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me, and let's just get you to check in and say where you're from, and put your name in, just so that I can see who's online and who's good to go. So please go ahead and put your name into the chat box, and where you're from, and then I know that this technology is working and I'm not just sitting here talking to myself. So I've enabled the chat box, so I'll just give you a second just to do that, and then we will be good to go. So if you're just tuning up onto the line, then I wanted to say welcome. As mentioned before, we're trying out Google Hangouts, and so I need to know from you guys: can you see the slides, and can you see me? So just let me know if you can indeed see the slides as well. So I'm learning this new technology, which is really awesome. So just learn to discover how. So I'm sure that what I'm supposed to do is switch over between the slides, but I'm going to presume that you guys know that it's there. So bear with me. Bear with me while we get this going. So far, no one's mentioned that they can see or hear me in the chat box. So please do reach out and let me know. Okay, you can see me? Fantastic. Oh, I've just got a text message. Fantastic. But you can't see the slides. Okay, right. So what we'll do is I will get my support person to come and assist me with that. And in the meantime, I just want to walk you through what you're here to learn, and what you're here to discover. So while my support crew is working that out, thank you very kindly, support person. Here we go. We've got a slide coming up for you any minute now. So you guys are here to learn about how to avoid winding up on the success scrap heap, and it might seem like a little bit of a funny title to give it, to call it the scrap heap, but I wanted to get your attention, because let's face it, none of us want to end up on the scrap heap, do we? We all want to make sure that what we're doing is we're finding our way, and we're doing our best in our business. One of the things that I love to do is I love to help people to to grow their businesses, to step into their higher success, and to help them overcome their barriers and their blocks so that they can make more money doing what they love. And I'm hoping that you fit into that criteria. And I want to teach you some systems tonight. I want to teach you some techniques. I want to teach you, some strategies that you can use in your business and in your life that are going to take you from where you are right now. Because I think that's the crucial thing. There's no point in us jumping you into the future. It's about where are you right now, and where are you going to. So, we're making some progress, and what I'd love to just know from my support person before he goes is how do we alternate between that screen and me, so that they can alternate between the two sometimes. So we're just working out how to do that as well. In the meantime, you've got the slides in front of you, and I'm hoping that what that means is that you can see the slides. So we've got the chat up, and we're good to go. So let me just have a look into the attendees just to make sure. Oh, yeah, fantastic. Okay, great. I can see Leanne's here, and Nikki's here, and Alison, and Charmaine, and Catriona. Alison, another Alison. Claire's here. Hi, Claire. Catherine's here. Hi, Donna's here. Karen, and Jade, and Glenn, and Danny, and Julie. My goodness, you're all coming in. It's great. We've got people coming in from all over the country. We've even got some people that have come in from overseas, saying that they're getting up in the middle of the night to listen to this broadcast. So I want to recommend that you stay till the end, stay on to the Hangout Live with us, because later on in the presentation I'm actually going to be giving away 2 tickets to my event that's coming up. I've got an event that's coming up in March, and in May, and looking forward to presenting that to you. So let's crack into it, shall we? Let's just do this. So 2 businesses walk into a party, and the first one, her name is Sarah. She arrives at the party, she struts in, and it's like everybody immediately notices her, heads turn, and before she knows it, she's got people buying her drinks, and everyone wants to congregate around her, and they want to know her, and they want to be seen with her. And she's having a great time. She's really in her zone. She's giving off all this bubbly personality and energy, and people just really want to be part of her. And then we've got Jane. And Jane is, Jane, she's the other business, and she walks into the party, and nobody really bats an eyelid. Nobody even notices Jane walking into the party, right? So she starts to jump around, and she starts to wave her arms up and down and around and says, hey, look at me. But still she can't get anybody's attention. So my question is, what does our business Sarah know that Jane doesn't know? And this is what you're here to discover tonight. For starters, Sarah knows that the numbers don't stack up in her favour in a super crowded environment, whether it's an online or offline marketplace. And let me ask you, do you think that this competition is getting less or more fierce every day? Well, if you look at the latest website numbers as an example, you'll see that there are actually 644 million active websites that are online today, which means that there's one website for every 10 people who exist on the planet. So one website per 10 people, and another 51 million new sites coming online every single year. That is 140,000 new websites and appearing each and every day. So we're just still playing around with our technology. That button there, thank you. Excellent. So that means that there's a lot of, I'll just put that back from it, thank you. There's a lot of websites, which means a lot of businesses, and that's not even, the people who choose to run a business without a website, because I know that there's a number of clients I have who choose to run their businesses without a website at this stage. We've also got to factor in the fact that there's like something like 50 million Facebook pages and hundreds of hours of video that are uploaded to YouTube every single minute. So that's a lot of content, and that's a lot of competition. And the tricky thing about it is that there are hundreds of people who are not, they're not just setting up shop online, but they're setting up shop, offline as well, trying to do what you do. So it's no wonder that you can feel sometimes like you are on a success scrap heap and that it all feels too hard, because there's obviously a lot of people out there doing what you're doing. And this is what you're here to find out about today, is how do you avoid yourself being one of the statistics. Instead, we want to put you in the driver's seat, and so that you are one of the people. The truth is it's not all bad news. That there's actually some really, really good news, and the good news is that most of the people that are out there is they don't have a clue how to do it right. And which is what we're going to discover on the call today. I'm going to walk you through what's working and how you can actually be getting out there and making a difference. But first off though, let me talk about why Sarah is making money and why Jane isn't. So Sarah understands something that Jane doesn't, and that's if you don't hook someone who's coming to connect with you in the first 3 to 7 seconds of meeting you and connecting with you, then what's interesting is that you've missed a window of opportunity. And 3 to 7 seconds isn't very long. But the truth is that if you're doing this to make a difference and help people with what you know, and you're not hooking them right away, then what's happening is that you've just lost a valuable opportunity, and you're literally leaving money on the table. You've got the opportunity to change someone's life with what you know, and be well rewarded for it. But on the flip side, Sarah's excited. She's stoked. She's got her business all up and running, and she knows that that she's just 3 seconds away from understanding what needs to happen. So let's have a look. If you're Jane, you don't have enough clients, or you do have enough clients, but you're overwhelmed, and or you're just not getting the results that you want, or you're not making the money that you need. Because let's face it, there's a certain amount of money that we must be making in our business in order for it to qualify to be not a business as such. Sorry, not a hobby, but a business, right? So, and on the other hand, we've got Sarah, and Sarah, she has a business that she loves, that attracts a steady stream of clients. She's got systems that run well, and it has her making money doing what she loves, which gives her more time to be in that space of freedom, that more time to be in a place of peace of mind. And I don't know about you, but ultimately that's what we're striving for. So I'm going to invite you now to interact with this webinar, because this is what this is about, and this is why we've brought this through to you this way. And that is, I've got a question. I'm going to bring up a question for you. And what I want to do is I want to ask you a question. I'm just going to write it into here. Is are you a Jane or a Sarah? And it's just a case now of me just putting this up, and then you can see how this magic device works. So what we're going to do here is start the poll. So hoping that this is working for you and that you can see this. So here we go. I'm going to just reset it. So Jane or Sarah. I'm quite curious to know, who we've got on, who we've got on here. So can you see that? Oh, you can. Look at that. Are you a Jane or are you a Sarah? So have a look at that and discover which one you are. Okay, which one are you? Are you a Jane or a Sarah? So why don't you go ahead and vote now? And I'd love to see you do that. Love to see you vote, and then let me know which you are. And then what I can do is I can see what you've got going on in your life. So I'm hoping that you can see that. I'm hoping that you can connect in with that. Awesome. Great. Okay, so let's have those polls coming in if you can do those. And if I know that we've got the slides, so what I need to know is just checking in. So just reaching out to make sure you can actually see the slides. Okay, good, excellent. Oh, brilliant. Okay, I'm learning now. I'm learning along this way. Is that if you go ahead and vote, and I just need to wait 30 seconds for that to come up. I know, I'm learning patience, right? I'm learning this new system. That's what I love about technology is that there's so many great ways for us to be doing business now. We don't have to be doing it the old way anymore. And what a great way to be discovering whether, you know, how to use Google Hangout. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it before, but probably haven't actually, you know, yeah. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Finn, lives are working, excellent. Can you see my face? Okay, you can't see me. All right. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll learn how to show me at the end, and next time I do a webinar, we'll learn how to do it. So we alternate my face and the slides. Oh, fantastic. Good stuff. Okay, so we've got a lot of Janes coming up. Yep, I can understand that. Yep. There's okay. We've got some people who are almost a Sarah. That's awesome. Wouldn't it be great if more of you guys were Sarahs? That would be my absolute wish for you. Just to know that you have a business that you love and that you're in the flow and all excited about your business. That's fantastic. That's really awesome. So it's interesting, isn't it? That you're here tonight because you're in a startup business or you're in a business that's been going for a certain period of time, and you want to know how to position yourself in the right way, in a way that expresses your value and it powerfully sets you apart as the number one authority in your field. And I'm such a believer that there's a space out there for each and every one of you to be the expert in your field. And I also want to show you along the way what you're going to do to discover some of the steps that you're going to need to build a six-figure business and beyond. So I just want to get started because we've got a lot to cover. So thank you for your input there. And I want you just keep in the back of your mind as we're going through this, how can you quickly and easily step into Sarah's shoes? So as I reveal this to you, I want to have you immediately think about what you can be actually implementing today, because if you implement what I'm going to talk to you about, guess what? You could actually start benefiting and seeing the results really, really quickly. And that is fantastic. So you're going to learn more about what you need to do to make money in your business. Also those beliefs that are keeping most people stuck and ways that I know that work about how to dream bigger and stop playing small. We want you to not be in the position of feeling like you're literally in the scrap heap, that you're coming from that place of overwhelm. The truth is that about 4 years ago, when I was really starting to crank up my business, I started my first company, which was called Your Soul Intentions, and I didn't know at the time, but I really was a Jane, I'll admit it, and I think it's good for you guys to know that too. And I remember thinking to myself, if I build a website and if I do a bit of social media and offer my stuff out there, I'll officially be in business and people are just going to start hiring me. But reality check, nothing actually could have been further from the truth. So between the client work and building my systems and my social media and the networking and all the other things the experts told me that I needed to do to promote my business, I was feeling really stuck. And I felt stuck because I didn't know what to do and I didn't know when to do it. And I didn't believe that I was good enough. So I actually avoided giving out my business cards because I didn't actually want to tell people what I did. I know that sounds really really weird, but I felt really stuck because I didn't love how my business was evolving. I didn't love how I felt about it. I didn't really have a good handle on my packages, what I was offering people. And what that was doing is it was actually affecting my self-worth. And I even got to the place of wondering if I was in the wrong niche or even cut out for this work. I remember going along to a speakers association meeting and asking one of the CSPs, the main speakers, how long it took him to really start to notice the turnaround in his business. And to be seen as the expert, and he said it took him about 4 years. And so now I'm here in front of you 4 years later, and the great thing is that, you know, I really feel like it's all starting to fall into place. It was early 2011, and I was generating between, say, 1,500 and 2,000 a month. And, you know, after I finally got it, you know, after all the various mentors that I'd invested in and stood in the truth of what I was here to do, I was suddenly able to make $72,500 in sales by October the 30th that year. So I swung it around pretty quickly once I got this stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through how I was able to actually turn my business into a six-figure business and beyond, and how I believe that you can do it too. I'm going to be honest with you and say, was it an easy mission to get there? The truth is, no, not always. And I know that you know what I'm talking about here. But the awesome thing is I was able to maintain my revenue while raising my teenagers, and helping some awesome clients and having a life. And now, after reaching the next mammoth level in my business and crossing some fairly recent barriers, I've learnt some very clever tricks and techniques to get there faster and without burning myself out in the process. And the beauty is I can teach you to do it too. And so welcome onto the line, because that's what we're going to go into, which is pretty exciting. I felt stuck. You know, if I'm to really stay in that place of being in my truth, which I think you guys need to hear this, because I don't want you to think for a minute that suddenly you're starting to see me appearing all over the place, and that you know, I've suddenly become this overnight person who's, you know, lucky enough to be earning $250,000 in her business. It wasn't always like that. I very much have sat in your shoes, and that's what makes me feel like I really get you, and I really know where you're coming from. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know when to do it, and so I avoided doing much of anything. As I mentioned before, I didn't fully believe that I was good enough, and I never really threw myself into marketing my business. I didn't want to market something I just didn't feel right about. And as a result, I was actually attracting the wrong kind of clients, people who didn't value me and my expertise, or they just didn't simply pay. And you know, I hope that you haven't experienced too much of that. But you know, the truth is that it does happen. And it was happening to me. And of course, then I wasn't actually getting out there with my work. And it was interesting because I had a lot of people saying to me, "Oh, you know, you're you know, really good at this, and this is, you know, this is great, and you should be, you know, getting out there in a bigger way." But you know, what can you do when well, that's how I was feeling. I was just feeling so stuck. And then, of course, it became a downward spiral, as we call it in the law of attraction world. I became more and more stuck. And it was as if I was driving with my foot on the accelerator and the brake at the same time. And it was interesting, I had a conversation with a client this evening about that very thing, about how often we drive around with literally in our businesses, and we've got the foot on the brake and the accelerator, and we're wondering why we're not moving forward. Well, you cannot generate success from a place of stuckness, because the energy that you're in that moment is a place of scarcity. It is a place of lack, and it is a place of doubt and uncertainty. And when you are experiencing those emotions, then what happens is that your vibration is very low. And what I know to be true is that in order for you to be generating success and to be magnetizing success to you, you need to be in a higher vibration. How do we get into a higher vibration? How do we get out of stuck? That's what you're going to learn today. So you get the message, guys. I'm putting it out there, you know, as some of my mentors would say, and they're doing so at the moment. You know, I'm getting vulnerable. I'm putting my heart out on my sleeve, and I'm just telling you how it is, so that you can see that if I can do it, you can do it. And it all starts with a dream. It all starts with the faith that really can happen. The cool thing is, it all changed, and I think that, you know, it's testament to what you're seeing in my success today. But what changed it was this. I wish I had some music to play you right now. Da, 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 da. I had a revelation. I really did. It was interesting because I got that something was very wrong. I could see it, and, you know, I guess I was at that stage where I was burying my head in the sand a wee bit, and just not really connecting into it in the way that I should have, and I couldn't really put a finger on it. But what happened was that I had a friend come to me and just say to me, look, you've got so much talent and so much ability. Why are you not getting out there in a bigger way? And it was one of those down on my knees kind of moments where I simply made a decision, and I said to myself, this has got to change. It cannot go on like this anymore. And I've since learned that making a decision like that is an incredibly powerful thing, because what you're doing is you're actually telling the universe, you are telling the universe that you are ready for something different. So I'm hoping that at some stage of this process, especially with the energy that we're in at the moment, we've just last night we've just come out of a solar eclipse, and so the energy's been incredible. Those of you who are harnessing it have found that it's going crazy, and it's all about action right now, and stepping on it, and creating change. And those of you who are floundering, you may have found this time very difficult. But the truth is that until you make a decision, until you have your own revelation about enough's enough, then what I can tell you is that the stuckness will continue. So I'm inviting you to join me in making that decision, to stop shooting blindly, stop being the blind archer, and stop pretending that this business that you are creating right now is good enough as it is right now. You deserve to get out there in a bigger way. Your people need you. Everybody who has an issue or a challenge right now is seeking someone like you. So I'm going to invite you now to take off the blindfold and stop being someone who just randomly makes decisions for your business without seeing the bigger picture, so that you too can start walking up into your into the light, or the gold, or the checks, or the funds, because that's what you're here for. You're here to make a bigger difference, and what I know to be true is that the red carpet of life awaits us all. And I hope that I can show you that that is really possible. So what's really important to you? I have learned along the way that making the money that I'm now making, it's important. I do believe that money is important, but I think what is more important is the impact. It's the difference. It's the emails I get from clients. It's the cards, the notes, the gifts. I'm not sure if you've been following me on Facebook, but I've just recently got back from spending some time with some yummy clients, and also my sister in Perth, and the difference that I've been able to make to their lives was what it's all about to me. The impact of creating the experiences, the impact of showing people what's possible, of holding up a light to them and showing them and shining their brilliance to them. That's what I'm here for. And I'm thinking that you're going to be relating to the same message, because you're here to help more people doing what you love, right? And you want to make an impact. And hey, let's make some money along the way, shall we? Should we make a decision to do that? I think that would be a really awesome thing to do, because if we can make some good money for you along the way, then everybody wins. George Ross, one of my mentors of the past, he said to me that it's actually selfish to be poor. I'm going to say that again. It's selfish to be poor. When he said that to me, I had to sit with it for a while, because I was like, really? Oh my goodness. And he said, yeah, because the truth is that the more money you have, the more money you can give, and the more people you can help. So that's pretty much a win-win, isn't it? So let's make some money, guys, because then you can make a big difference in other people's lives, and you can give, but we've got to start with charity, starting at home first, right? Yeah, there's so many people out there that you can help. So we want to stop this vicious circle. It's time for you to stop chasing your tail, and it's time for you to be creating some action, creating some significance. So are you going to commit? I'm going to invite you to do so. We're going to, I'm going to invite you to commit with me, to working on your business with me for the next hour or so. And I promise you that you're going to walk away with some insights that are going to be helpful, beneficial, and show you that it's possible for you to be creating six figures in your business, and or making more than you need, than more than you currently are now, because it's enough. It's like time. We're just drawing a line in the sand and saying, that's it. We're jumping over it. So join in with me in committing to this time. Because, this is where we want you to be, right? Where your income's increased, you're making more than enough. I see here this time and time again with you wonderful heart-centered entrepreneurs and sales professionals, that what you really want to do is be attracting clients who are committed to taking action. That's why I asked you guys, are you committed? Because you've got to be committed too, right? And then we want to get you having that credibility and that visibility out there, so that you're serving more of the right clients. And there's nothing like being seen as the expert in your field or in your niche. So let's make that yours as well. The truth is that most of us were actually never taught how to do this. There's no school for entrepreneurs, and very often if you're in the sales industry, then you learn along the way. So kudos to you guys for the work that you're doing and learning about your business. And let's be honest, it's a massive learning curve. I know that for the last 7 years since I've really started in this entrepreneur industry, that I didn't know the first thing. I mean, doing a webinar like this would have scared the pants off me, but here I am, and we're doing it, and this is what I love to do. So be kind to yourself in the process. As you're listening to these to my presentation tonight, I want you to take lots of notes, and just every time you feel yourself getting a bit like, oh my God, there's so much to be done, I want you to breathe and just, allow yourself to take a beautiful deep breath in. Let's do that together now. Deep breath in and out. And just have trust and faith that everything is in perfect divine order, and you're here tonight for a reason. So let's find out what that reason is, shall we? I'm going to get you to play that bigger game and learn more about what it's going to take. So let's get ourselves started, because the truth is that you need some clarity, because you're looking for an immediate difference. I want you to be able to have some tips tonight, so that tomorrow morning when you pick up the phone and you're calling clients, you feel motivated to do so, and you start manifesting. I've come to realize that one of my key qualities is that I'm a manifesting generator. I understand implicitly the art of manifestation. I read The Secret back in 2006, and I soaked it up, and I've learned everything I could possibly learn about it. So you are here in the presence of universal law tonight, learning practical tips as well as what you can be doing to enlist the universe to support you on your business growth. And when I got that, what you can experience is some massive brilliance, and that it can be easy. That's when I started to get really excited, and I started to teach my clients that. So yeah, here we go. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about those 3 beliefs, and this is based on knowing what I know with the clients that I work with. Belief number 1 is I'm not good enough. Did you know that 97% of the population believes that they're not good enough? That is an overwhelming amount of people. And if I've got anything to do with it, I'm going to make sure that that number comes down, because your business success actually sits underlying this. If we can allow you to see that you are good enough 97% of the time, then the difference it's going to make in your life is going to be fundamental, because you get this right and you change this paradigm, and you start to see success show up, not just in your business, not just in your relationships, but in your health, in your communication, in your ability to manifest in all areas of your life, because you are on a high vibration. So I'm going to be talking about that. Belief number 2 is people will never pay that for my services or products. And when I challenge people to put their prices up, they go into that place of denial around them, and then their money stuff comes up. Belief number 3 is there's too much competition. And you would have certainly, if that's one of your beliefs, then you would have really related to the statistics I shared in the beginning about the amount of websites and the amount of Facebook pages and the amount of YouTube videos that are up there in any one time, and consistently being driven out there. we've got to just allow you to see that there is no such thing as competition, especially on the spiritual plane, and there is enough for everybody. There's enough abundance out there for everybody. The key is we've got to show you how to go out there and claim it and be in your state of expertness and being good enough and realizing that yes, people will pay that for your services and your products. So how do you know if your beliefs are keeping you stuck? Well, see if you can identify with some of these. You're not getting out there. You don't ask for the sale. You don't raise your prices. You keep doing it on your own. And that's a big clincher for solopreneurs especially. You keep thinking that you have to do it on your own. And then what happens, of course, is that your business doesn't grow. And then you get caught in scarcity thinking, which makes you feel doubtful and uncertain. And the truth is that it doesn't matter how much experience you have. It doesn't matter how much training you've gone on. It doesn't even matter how much marketing you do until you get crystal clear on who you are and why it matters. And then you must uncover the blind spots that are holding you back. Until you do that, you're going to stay stuck. So you've got to start here. You've got to start with your vision, with your message, and with your brand. And this is what I'm going to be investigating with you, excuse me, and showing you. When you get these three things and you combine it with the other steps I'm going to teach you, then the magic starts to happen. So the path to success is massive action, and of course Anthony Robbins says that. We've probably all heard him say that. But, and there's a big but, even highlighted with an orange dot. Not sure where the orange came from, but it looks pretty cute. Making a point, I think. So we know that the path to success is massive action, but my belief is that you must be taking aligned action. So there's no point in you going out there and doing some work on a part of your business that you're just not feeling into, because it's all about the feeling. You must feel in alignment with what you're doing. You know, if I said to you that, right, the action that you have to take after this call is over is you have to call 5 clients, doesn't matter whether it's 9 o'clock at night or whatever time it is, get on the phone, rah, rah, you know. Well, that would be out of alignment with who you are, because you're a naturally gracious person and you wouldn't want to step on anyone or interrupt anyone's evening. And so it needs to be in alignment. It needs to be in a way that feels right to you. And I know this to be true because everything that I do in my business, if it doesn't feel in alignment with my truth, with my highest truth, then A, I'm going to be challenged by the universe about it. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about there. I'm sure you've had experiences in your own life where you've been out of alignment. And I've even been known in situations to be literally removed from a workplace environment that was a toxic environment, and I didn't feel in alignment. I wasn't listening, and so the universe literally moved me out of the company by making the company go into liquidation. So actually be careful that if you're not listening to the right actions that you should be taking. I invite you now to listen, because your universe is trying to align itself to get you in alignment at any moment. So here we go. Step 1 to your business success is first you've got to make an outrageous plan. You've got to dream big, and you've got to be bold with it too. I teach this in my Thinking into Results Mastermind. We talk about the difference between the A goals, the B goals, and the C goals. And the A goals are the goals that you know you can do. No, it's a no-brainer. The B goals are a wee bit of a stretch. You think you can do them, but it would take a little bit of effort. Well, the C goals are huge. They're the ones that are, honestly, it's like you're going back to being a child again, and you're dreaming and you're playing and you're imagining as if there are no restrictions in life. And why not? Why not dream this outrageous dream, have this outrageous plan? The teachings of Abraham and the law of attraction says there is no difference between manifesting a button as there is manifesting a castle. And I know what your brain's doing right now. Your subconscious is going into that place of, yeah, right, whatever. Go and challenge yourself and see how easily you manifest a button. And then remind yourself when you do manifest that button that there's a castle just around the corner. and it's waiting for you to be ready for it. It's waiting for you to dream it. It's waiting for you to step into it without judgment, without fear, without restriction, and from that place of complete surrender to whatever is possible. Think about the bumblebee for a moment. The bumblebee, from a scientific perspective, from a biological assessment, should not be able to fly. The size of its body in comparison to its wings means it should not be flying. Guess what? Nobody told the bumblebee that it can't fly. So, dream big, my friends, and dream bold, and allow yourself that luxury. Step into your C goal. And if you need support with that, then I'm going to be showing you how you can do that before the call is over, because, my friends, I've seen it. I've seen people dream this big, big dream and see it start to come into fruition. And I tell you what, it's very, very exciting. This is what I've done in my business. First, I made an outrageous plan. My outrageous plan was $2 million. And I dream on it, I affirm it, I sit in meditation around it, I allow it, I feel it, and I accept it. I'm in gratitude for the moment that I have now, yet I'm still dreaming big about what my highest desire is. And what I'm noticing is that the more I allow, then the more everything is coming into alignment in my business. That means that now I've got the systems in place, I've got the people in place, I've got my team helping me in the back end with my website and with things like this, with the webinar. I don't do anything on my own anymore. And how did it start? It started with me creating a vision for my business. I sat down one day with a pen and paper and my timer, and for 45 minutes all I did was write my outrageous plan. And now, 4 years later, I'm starting to watch it come into alignment. I want you to have that too. So, what is your big goal or your destination? Where do you want to go? And you know, what is it that you know that if you could have anything you really want, what would it be? Where do you want to be in 5 years? So that's where I started. My 5-year vision was 2010. We're about to approach my 5-year vision next year, and you know, I'm just sitting back in awe as I watch everything just stack up and become so. Why do you want this goal? You've got to have a reason. You know, think about Sir Edmund Hillary. He was told that you know, accessing the summit was not a wise thing to do, and he didn't just do it once. He did it 3 times, and the first 2 times he actually failed. I'm sharing this with you because he had such a burning desire to make it to the summit that nothing was going to stand in his way. We need you to have that as well, because trust me when I say this, and I say it with love and light, but sometimes doing business is hard. As you grow your systems and you grow your processes and you grow your team and you grow your ability to allow and let go and surrender, and you allow yourself to step into your truest brilliance, you're going to be tested. So you've got to have that why. And my why sits behind this vision that I saw, that I know in my absolute certainty that my business is making 7 figures, and I'm surrounded by a team of people and surrounded by the most beautiful divine love, and it's all falling into place. So you've got to have your why, guys, that compelling reason that's going to really make you accomplish your goals. How much income do you want to have? Write down that number. As I said to you, my figure is $2 million. Put it out there. I'm not afraid to tell people that that is my goal, and if people want to look at me sideways about it, I'm good with that. I don't need to actually you know, get caught up in other people's stuff about it. It's just what it is for me. It feels like the right number. So go ahead and choose your income that you want to have, and look, start with a number that feels in alignment with yourself. I started with $250,000. I reached that. Now I'm on to the 2 million, because it's like, wow, you know, why not? Let's dream big. Here's my next question for you. What do you need to do to start putting it into place starting today? And the first thing I would be doing if I was you is I'd be scheduling some time in my calendar to actually answer those questions, and at least to be deciding on where do you want to be in 5 years' time and what's your income goal. That's really fun. And then, of course, when will you actually start taking action on each step that we've just gone through each question? You know that Anthony Robbins said it's all about taking action, so go do it. And along the way, who do you have to become to reach your end goal? I know that for me, the person I had to become was someone who let go more, someone who surrendered. I had to become even more grateful. I had to become trusting. I had to become someone who acted in faith. I had to become someone who developed strength and tenacity and persistence so that I wouldn't quit even when it got hard. I had to become someone who was perfectly willing and able to see any blind spots that were coming up in my business and realize that they are a reflection of myself. And so therefore, I had to become someone who was willing to see my shadows, to see what wasn't working, and to be big enough and put on my big girl shoes and say, I accept responsibility for those weaknesses in my life and in my business, and I'm willing to do what it takes to change them. That helps you grow, trust me. So who are you willing to become? All right, step 2, let's move along. You've got to get really clear in your own mind first about what you offer and who you are here to serve. Now, stick with me on this one because this was a real turning point for me. I know you've heard this before. Yeah, got to get clear. Okay, truth is I'm not clear. That's what you might be saying to yourself. And I can relate. I wasn't clear for the longest time exactly who I served or who I helped or who I was here to be of service to. And I kept going around and round and round in circles. This is what I have learnt. To do that, to get clear, what you need to do is you need to tell your story through your ideal client. Now you're thinking to yourself, what does she mean by that? Tell my story through my ideal client to get clear? Trust me. I'm going to give you some questions here, and my suggestion is that you take a photo of the screen when I'm done with these questions, so you can sit down and you can answer these questions. What do you admire about your ideal client? What values and commonalities do you share? What's their big vision in life? And what have you committed to or decided around helping them to achieve their big vision? Where are you committed to helping them? And I think it's really important too that as you're pondering those and you're thinking about the story, is be sure that they know that they're not doing it alone, that you really are on their side, and really investigate what's unique about your ideal clients and where did they used to be and where are they now. Remind them too why else you get them and how you're there to support her. When I did this exercise, when I actually wrote a letter to myself, wow, it was so powerful. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to take a couple of minutes now and actually read some of my story to you, because I think it'll really help you to clarify what I'm talking about when I say you've got to tell your story, you've got to write your story, and it's almost as if you're writing a letter to your ideal client. So, may I share with you? Great. Hi, you and I, we share a common value. We have the same outlook on life, and that fills me with joy. What is that, you may ask? I believe it's that we are not prepared to settle for anything that is less than what our heart is calling us to be, to do, and to have. May I share a personal story with you to help you understand what I mean? Rewind the clock to 2004. I was in a marriage that was good enough, but there was a niggle in my mind that became stronger and stronger, that there had to be something else for me out there other than the role I played in our business, the role I played as wife and as mother. All very important roles, but nonetheless, the truth is I was so unfulfilled on the inside. Have you ever had that experience, or can you imagine the experience of knowing that you were here for something different, something more, but you just can't put a finger on it? You just have to listen to it. Yeah, like that. So over a period of 3 years, because good things take time, I made the decision to leave my marriage, leave our business, and leave the safe life I knew so well. The kids and I were off on a whole new journey. It was liberating, and of course a whole lot of scary too. But I was finally free to step into this bright, crazy ambition I had to find myself. Yeah, you know what I mean by find myself, right? Or maybe you're still finding yourself, or you've just started on your path. Stay on it. Dig deep and hold your place on this amazing journey. Discover that inner passion, that inner knowing and sense of possibility. You have that too. You have that burning desire. I know you do. You've had moments where you've wondered what on earth is this thing you have to do, this burning desire in your heart. But like me, you have to do it. You have to listen to it, whatever it is. It's as if you have no choice. Perhaps it's not as drastic as leaving your old life behind like I did, but by giving yourself permission to follow your heart, you feel better, you feel different, you feel empowered. So, if you're anything like me, which I get a sense you are, this crazy, bright ambition to be something, to make a difference, to create an impact in the world, or, maybe just your neighbourhood will be fine to start with, it's a calling you have to answer, and I so admire you for that. You have decided to trust in yourself, your intuition, your knowing. It's not always easy to do that. I'll bet you have people around you looking at you sideways, wondering, what are you doing? But while you have some looking at you like that, if you look further, you'll see you have doors opening and new people coming into your life who get you. Heck, I get you. You speak my language, girl, and those few chosen men. You know it's time now. It's like a new moment has arisen and the beating of your heart is getting louder. It's ready to leave the old you behind, to stop looking backwards and to own the new you that's been itching to be, do, and have a new level of abundance, of joy, of happiness. Being unfulfilled is no longer an option. It just won't do, right? There's a saying I once heard that I live my life by, and it's this: commitment plus enthusiasm plus failure plus persistence equals success. That's how you get to that new level. You know that because that's what it feels like you're experiencing every day. You are ready for a breakthrough, and this new level of commitment is the fire that is stoking your belly. I applaud you. I share your enthusiasm and slight craziness for trusting in yourself, even though you didn't have a clue how it was all going to work out, even though it meant you having to leave behind a safe job or a relationship or a house or a life as you knew it, and even though you're not sure where the next paycheck is coming from or if you'll ever stop making just enough. See, you are a little bit crazy, just like me. I want you to know that you are not alone. You are among a growing breed of believer of possibilities who are ready to stand in their truth, to listen to their heart, to own their fulfillment. Whatever it is and whatever it takes, you are not alone. You are not alone on waking some mornings and wondering, what the heck have you done? What were you thinking in the moment of madness, stepping off the cliff the way you have? You've come so far on this journey, and I applaud you for listening to your heart. You've grown so much in the process, and it's taken a whole lot of courage, determination, and spirit to get you to where you are now. It hasn't all been a bed of roses. In fact, sometimes it's been downright hard work, but you know it had to be like that. If it was easy right from the start, then you wouldn't be the person you are today with all those learnings and lessons and moments to grow. Remember, a diamond is created under pressure. That's you, right? You've felt the pressure. Good. Now you get to be a diamond. So, diamond, ready to shine? Yeah, me too. So, what's it going to take? A whole lot of faith, trust, alignment, belief, self-worth. How do I know? Oh, it's part of what I practice on a daily basis, even now as my business grows into 6 figures and beyond. The success of my business is a direct reflection on me mastering me. You get that. You know that if you feel like crap, the last thing you feel like doing is getting out into the world and doing your good work. But when you feel good, it all flows with ease and joy. So we want more of that, way more. And what's more, we want a system for it. And that's why, fellow believers of possibilities, I'm on a mission to help you shine your light, wow like a diamond, and become all you're here to do, be, and have. And it's my personal crusade to help you triumph. If I can build a business and a life that I love, that brings me satisfaction, fulfillment, joy, and endless possibilities, you can too. And I want to show you how. So, that is my story. That is my letter. And there's more. I haven't quite read you the whole lot, but you get the idea. And I hope that you kind of saw, as I left up these those questions to ponder, that you saw a bit of a format that I was following. But you would have also noticed that I added quite a lot of stuff in there. And how did I know to write that stuff? Well, I just wrote from my heart. And that's what I invite you to do as well. When things come from the heart, they just flow. And I got out of my conscious mind, and I got into my heart and into my subconscious, and I allowed myself just to feel what it felt like to be my ideal client. So you do that, and it's going to help you not only understand your niche, it's also going to help you create your brand, because it's going to give you clarity. And this has been the single thing, I believe, that has helped me to get inspiringly clear about what I'm here to do. Before that, I was planning and I was writing lists, and I was, connecting to my niche, what I thought was my niche at gatherings. But it wasn't until I got into the heart of that letter, that's when I really got it. So I invite you to do the same. So we're going to step in now to step number 3. And this one is around creating products and offers and resources that actually help you attract clients to you. And you know this too. You know the key is that once you know who your ideal client is, you've got to become the light at the end of the tunnel for them. You've got to become the solution to their problems. And when you do that, you start allowing yourself to really be seen as someone who's really there to help them. So you've identified who your ideal client is through that writing exercise. You've told your story. And now you need to be asking yourself these questions. And once again, these are questions that you can very easily answer when you go into your heart space, when you go into that place of truth and alignment and trust and faith that you do already know what your client needs. So what do they need? And what are they saying to themselves about oops, I've got a gender mix up there. But yeah, so what are they saying to themselves about their ideal, about their problems? What's that thing that they're waking up in the middle of the night going, oh my gosh, I've got to solve this problem, and they're probably getting up early in the morning and Googling it. And then once you've answered those 2 questions, then ask yourself, where are they actually hanging out? And allowing yourself to then start creating a plan around where are they? Are they on Facebook? Are they in sporting clubs? Are they at expos? Are they at business networking events? Where are they? What I've learnt too the hard way, what is it about us human beings we've got to learn the hard way, is that if you try to market to everyone, then you end up marketing to no one, because it's a noisy space out there. You heard the statistics I shared at the beginning of the call about websites and Facebook and YouTube. If you can allow yourself to get really clear on who your niche is, who your ideal client is, then you can answer these questions really, really easily. And that's what we want. We want you to be coming from that place of ease and joy, so that you're really focused, and you doing this is you being proactive and assertive, and you're taking a stand for yourself. How can you be making money in your business if you're not actually, if you're not actually recognizing who you're here to serve? Because you're going to find yourself getting out there and Gary Vaynerchuk has written a book that many people are speaking about online at the moment, called Jab, 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 Right Hook. He also talks about the fact that if you don't get this stuff, if you are not actively sitting down and taking a day out of your business to really identify into what these questions are that I'm asking you here tonight, you're just going to keep jabbing. And then you're going to wonder why you're not attracting your ideal clients and why you're not making any money. Well, all you're doing is jabbing. You're not actually hooking them. there are many, many ways that you can add value to your ideal clients, and these are just some of them. You can, use a multitude of ways to reach your clients, and that's why you've got to identify, well, what are they looking for? I know that for my ideal clients, a webinar this time of night, obviously, time zones have to be put on the table as well, but that webinar is a way of reaching many people, and it's convenient. You don't have to leave your home. You can put the kids to bed or farm them out to friends and put them in front of the TV, or take a break from the office, and you can come and sit down and you can interact and you can take notes and you can be part of a learning experience, because that's what you want to do, is you want to keep learning. I know that because that's where I was. I was desperate to learn. And now I put all these value adds in my business, and I'm doing so more and more and more. So, which one are you going to choose? Because you've got to start with one, right? You've got to allow yourself to choose at least one. And for some of you, it might push you outside your comfort zone. I had my own radio show for 6 months. Talk about being thrown in the deep end. That was back in, gosh, I think it was 2010 I did that. Yeah, I think it was, and now they're up on iTunes. So all of that effort and learning how to interview myself, to interview and to ask important people who were more successful than me to want to be interviewed by me was a brilliant learning curve, and I'm so glad I went on it. So choose one that you can work on, that is going to push you outside your comfort zone, but it's going to be right up your niche market's alley. And the truth is that the more you can give away for free in the beginning, then the better it gets, right? So Gary Vaynerchuk said jab, 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 right hook. There's another person that talks about free, 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 fee. So you get the idea that it's 3 things for free that your list or your ideal clients need to have before they're going to say yes to you. Because what are you doing? By delivering these, any or some of these add value items, what you're doing is you're helping them to build trust in you so they can know you, like you, trust you. Then they can try you through these ways here, and then they make the decision if they want to buy you. And that's what we want, right? We want them to buy you. I thought I'd just throw in here for you as well what my funnel system looks like, because if you have a system in your business around how clients come into you, then what that's going to do is it's going to make the whole process much, much easier. And so within my business, we've created this, and the blue at the top is various ways that people come into my business. There are other ways as well, but those are ones we just were brainstorming this afternoon. And then, of course, you go onto my website and you sign up for the free CD, and then we build a relationship with you, and you get put onto my e-zine list, and you get sent special offers. And then you do something else that's for free, right? Which is in my case, I offer a certain amount of complimentary strategy sessions. Obviously, webinars like this, and I often do workshops as well. And that's when I find that people start to come into the funnel itself. You see, I've got the VIP day here, which is one of the ways that I bring people into the funnel and help them for a whole day in their business, and then offer support for 30 days after that. Then it's the good old jump start, where we spend 90 minutes together, and I help you in as much bigger way as I can in that time. And then one of my favourite is the Thinking into Results Mastermind, and I've actually got a mastermind group starting tomorrow, and it's this one's going to be my 10th group that I've run, so I'm getting pretty good at it by now. I'm stepping into the mastery area, but more than that, just love the results people are getting by being involved in the mastermind group. Just mind-boggling. I had a client email me the other day and tell me that she has added an extra $35,000 to her business in the time that she'd been involved in the Thinking into Results program. We've had people fall in love. We've had people lose their ideal goal weight. we've had people buy houses, we've had people triple their business, we've had people become an expert in their field and recognised for it, win awards. All sorts of magic has happened in the mastermind program. And then of course I've got coaching programs, the 15,000 and the 25,000. Those are my year-long programs. And so you need to have a funnel system in your business too. If you don't, then this was so easy to put together. Went into Google Drawings, and now this is what we use as a funnel. So if we're going into an event, we create a funnel for it. Right? What's the way that we can best serve these people, and bring them through the process of going free, and then fee. So there's a little helpful tool for you guys to think about doing as well. All right, step 4. We're moving right along now. Step 4 is about becoming an expert at asking for the sale, because the truth is that without sales you are not in business. And I know that when some of you look at your bank account, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm sure also that you've got some husbands or partners tapping on your shoulder going, when are you going to make some money from this? Or worse, I've heard as a husband saying to a wife, you've got 3 months to make this work, and if it doesn't work, you're going back to work. And then of course they go back to work and they hate it, and then the husband doesn't like it either because the wife's not happy. So it becomes a spiral effect. So please become an expert at asking for the sale, and you will be in business. Here's what I know to be true. The single greatest reason that business owners and sales-based professionals struggle is due to their discomfort in asking others to pay them, and pay them well. Once you master your belief about money and sales, you'll be able to generate income easily as you need it. Read those last 5 words again. Easily as you need it. You've got to master it. You've got to master the sales conversation. Sorry about spelling there. From a place of service. And that way you're going to have your prospects thanking you for accepting their money. You really are. Now I've got to the point now where people are so grateful to have the opportunity to work with me that we end up thanking each other. It's beautiful. I'm just in that space now where that I'm just working with the most divine clients, and if you're on the call, you know who you are, and I love you. And that's how it should be. And please know, it doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. You do build this up. The next one is eliminate price resistance, because if you learn to pitch yourself, then they won't even, they won't try and go anywhere else. They'll just know that you're the right person for them. And then you've got to learn the art of handling the objections, because, what you're dealing with is other people's money stuff. It's their paradigms getting in the way as well. And excuse me, if you allow yourself to learn the art of handling objections, then you'll learn the art of making more money. And the reality is that when people say yes to you, you can help them. And up until that point, you can't. You don't have any right to help these people until they say yes to you. And it's interesting because they're not actually saying yes to you. They're saying yes to themselves. So you learning how to overcome objections is actually helping your client in an even bigger way than they realize. And then, of course, you've got to master the art of reducing or completely eliminating refunds in a way that is a win-win situation. And all of this aspect about asking for the sale, all this mastery I'm inviting you to do around money, this is covered in my Inspire and Ignite event. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making sure that you can that what you can do is that you can actually allow yourself to see what you need to be doing in order to be making this work, mastering your business, actually having you right there doing what you love to do, and being in your absolute genius. So I'm just going to put this up on the side here. And this is one of the cool things about this program, is that you guys get to go and have a little sneak peek right now at my Inspire and Ignite live event. And I'm so excited about this. We're going to hang out for 3 days. And some of you might think, 3 days? 3 days with Catherine? Oh my gosh. But please do come and hang out with me. We're going to have so much fun helping you master your roadblocks and your blind spots and getting you out of your own way, for crying out loud, girls and boys. I'm going to show you how the story that you're telling yourself about your business, your life, your money, and your relationships is not your truth. And, it needs to be rewritten in order for you to reach your highest potential. So if you're wondering how you can move into and manifest and magnify your financial and personal goals and continue the year stronger than ever before, then I invite you to get yourself along to the Inspired Night event. So have a look at that. And in the meantime, I'm going to whiz my way through this presentation with you. So we're going to heal that relationship with money. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh, yes. Because the way you do, in fact, I think there's Suzanne Evans, one of my people that I followed in the very early days. She says that the way you do something is the way you do everything is the way you do anything. I think I've got that right. Anyway, so basically what they're saying is that if you have a poor relationship with money, then it's going to affect the way that you do business, and we want to make sure that we heal that for you. All right, so step number 5 is that now that you have all of these in place, and it's interesting, I want you to really notice that now that you have all those things in place, all the other steps I gave you just before, then you can build credibility and visibility, because you're sure of yourself, you're clear, you've got your vision, you've got your ability to tell your story, so you know who your ideal niche is, you know what products and services they need, what their biggest burning desire is, or their question, or their problem, and then you know how to get out there and help them solve it. And then you can ask for the sale. You've got your money beliefs all sorted. Now you can build this credibility and visibility. You see, if you tried to do this one before, then what you would have noticed is that you would have fallen on flat on your face, because you wouldn't have truly believed that you were credible or visible. And I know this because this is what a lot of my clients go through, is that they don't feel quite ready. So build evidence that you are good enough, and come to my Inspire and Ignite event, and I'll make you good enough. You'll get into a position where you'll feel that you really can do anything. So you've got to get out there and be seen. Be seen in any way that you possibly can. And these are some of the ideas that I had as I was brainstorming for you for the webinar tonight. And allow yourself to be here. And be seen as the go-to person in your industry, be seen at events, at seminars, be seen speaking, at networking events, at expos, certainly be seen on Facebook, and be seen on other people's lists, so create joint ventures, be seen writing, whether it's columns or in editorials or association magazines, wherever you can be seen there. Be seen supporting others. So remember I talked to you before about that there is competition out there. However, I believe that there is no such thing as competition as such, because there's enough for everybody. So if you get out there and support people who are like you, then people will be amazed, and they will admire you for you being willing to take a risk and see that, be seen to supporting others. The truth is there's no one quite like you, right? So create alliances where they're going to, you're going to be seen to be supporting others. And then be seen making a difference. I've just actually come back from Perth, and I I interviewed my sister who has multiple sclerosis. That to me was making a difference. And seeing how much she shined, or shone, I should say, as a result of me interviewing her, and how she's now going gung-ho with her business, just brings me so much joy. So where else can you do that? We've got to build relationships too. And, more often than not, those of you who are on the call tonight will identify when I speak about being heart-centered entrepreneurs, people who come from the heart. Well, the great thing is that you need to apply the strength that you have of building relationships into these two areas. These are going to get you, that's going to get you seen. Let's get out there and network, and get out there and do as much public speaking as you can. The more public speaking you can do, the more you're seen, right? and that's exactly what we want for you. We want you to be seen, because there's no point in being your local town's best kept secret. Got to step out from behind the desk and actually get out there and be seen, for goodness sake. All right, so the next one is this one here. And this one was about systems. So this was about credibility and visibility. I think we've actually jumped the gun on one of these. There you go. Step 6 was create systems. Look at that. My systems jumped ahead of me. So you've got to create systems that allow leverage and support. One of my good friends and contemporaries, Andrew Beard, actually commented on a Facebook post I wrote the other day about what I do to create flow and ease and joy in my life. And I listed all of the ways that I'm sharing with you tonight. And he said, and the only other thing I would add is systems. And he's quite right. That is exactly it. You've got to have systems in place. I used to be the kind of person that reneged on systems. It was like, oh, systems, I don't like systems. Oh, God, I can't be bothered with systems. Well, trust me, you develop systems in your business for leverage and support. And this is where it gets really, really easy. And that's what we want for you. I want you to imagine that what you can have is a process that allows you to take consistent and focused action daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. Let's take, for example, oops, that was just me dropping my glass. Let's take, for example, that what you've got is you've got some... It's okay, I just dropped water on the floor. I need a system for where to put my glass when I'm doing a webinar. There you go. Just imagine that you've got a system for social media. Let's say that, imagine if what you had was a process that could keep you consistent and focused, and that you had a social media marketing template that you filled in on a weekly basis, so that on a daily basis you could be sending out information to your list, and it could be pre-scheduled right across the way, right across all of the social media channels. Well, you know what? It might take you 2 hours to set it up, and it might take you an hour a week thereafter, but what it means is that you've got a plan. And then what can happen is that you can leverage your time and do something else. And I've been doing that with my business, and if you go onto my Catherine Newton Entrepreneurial Success page, which is my business page, I've just crossed the 1,000 people mark. I've just crossed the 1,000 fan base mark. How did I do that? I did that by becoming consistent, by having a plan for my social media, and interacting more with people, and building that trust, building that I guess that likability factor, where I'm a human being and I'm the one that actually creates the post. I'm the one that it's my energy behind it. I'm the one that chooses the Facebook posts and the things to share. Why? Because I feel connected to you guys that way. I feel like if you guys know that really is me, then that means that you know that you're getting the essence of who I am, that in itself helps build relationships. And it only takes me an hour a week to schedule everything, and then I'm away laughing, and I have that peace of mind knowing that it's all taken care of. So do that. And I'll just go back to the other slide that I was going to share with you before too, because what it does is that systems actually allow you to get into a better peace of mind, because what you're doing is that you're allowing yourself to perform tasks on a regular basis that are actually going to simplify how you market and how you get out there. You must have a weekly marketing plan, a monthly marketing plan, a quarterly marketing plan. You must have systems in place for how you connect with clients when they come into your funnel, how you connect with clients as a result of them enrolling in a program. You need systems for everything, and if you need some support with creating those systems, then do drop me a line, because I've got some awesome people around who can help you with that as well. And that's the cool thing actually about coming to an Inspire and Ignite, is that you're going to meet and network with some amazing people. I've got a lot of my clients and ex-clients, former clients coming along, as well as a number of people who I network with regularly who are just simply outstanding business owners. And what happens is that you create this hub, this excitement, this group of people that you can connect with. And that's my goal for you guys too, is to make friends with other business owners so you can support each other and be there for each other. All right, let me dive into step number 7, because this one is really close to my heart. And for those of you who know me will know that I'm no longer shy about talking about this stuff, because it's my truth, and it's, you know, the more I found my beautiful, peaceful connection with Source and included a spiritual practice into my daily life, the better my business got. And it's actually been in the last 6 months when I have completely surrendered to the outcome and let go, that my connection with Source has become even more amazing. And I've been challenged on so many different levels, but I've hung in there and I've let go and I've surrendered. Now, letting go doesn't mean giving up, by the way. Letting go just means finding peace with how things are at the time, trusting that you're being taken care of. And when you allow yourself to do that, what happens is you push less and you actually end up achieving more. When you follow your inner guidance, then your life and your income will continue to improve. It just has to, because you have faith in it. And then you create a beautiful win-win connection with spirit, so you work in harmony and you stop that uphill struggle. You stop being in that place of resistance, and then you unlock the amazing power within you, and you discover who you are meant to be. Who you are meant to be. You know, that is what is really, really key for you. And then for you to grow in ways that support you. That's crucial. Because you are going through growth, you are, you know, connecting, and you know, the more you can do that with connecting with Source through meditation, through affirmations, through spiritual practice of some kind, allowing yourself to be in that place of ease and flow, then the better it gets. And when you connect to your Source, you discover that and trust that you are all part of a divinely designed plan, that everything is already mapped out for you. And all you've got to do is be open to it. And when you align yourself with that, things get so much easier. What you also do is you find the courage to go for your dreams. And the good news is you don't have to be that courageous person to do it. It just naturally starts to happen. And then, of course, you stop competing and comparing yourself with others. And instead, you create your own calling of success that delights you. And you no longer see anything being a competition. Because you're naturally this radiant, manifesting, attracting being that things flow to you. So allowing yourself to be in Source is great, but the truth is the biggest mistake that people make that truly stop them from achieving their success, and this is part of one of the big things that I did wrong that I wanted to share with you, was, quite frankly, not using what I know. There were times in my business where I should have got support and I didn't. I didn't do what worked because I had my own agenda, and I didn't take action and implement the lessons. And for a while there, I didn't trust in the process either. When I realised that actually I was beating myself up about these things, and you know, seeing that actually what I need to do was actually to listen to my own advice. You know, when you start doing that, don't you notice how things start to go into flow a lot more? So instead of having the freedom success creates, what happens is that people end up, you know, literally being off target. And that's not what we want you to be. We want you to be in that place where you receive the training that you need, combined with some proven tools, and that's going to take you a long way to making your planning, making your business, making you more targeted and more income producing. And when you can do that, then you get more of the flow, and you stop having to just literally cross your fingers. You hear that saying, cross your fingers and hope to die? Well, we don't want you doing that. We want you knowing that this can work for you, that you really can get results, and you really can and you really can help you can help yourself, because it's in the best interest, the way I see it. If it's taken me a period of years to get to this point where I'm standing in my absolute certainty of my expertise and my experience in the industry, then my highest advice to you is learn from my mistakes and don't take as long as I did to get yourself up and running. Do it as soon as possible. Because you're going to be up against your biggest challenge. The biggest challenges, the biggest things holding you back from succeeding and from increasing your income, drum roll please, it's you. You know that. It's your beliefs, it's your mindset, it's your actions. And we want you to be moving forward from that, because the truth is it's 10% of this pie that I've created here for you is what makes you rich, and 90% is all the lesser mortal stuff. It's all the stuff it's all the rubbish. It's all the the stuff we tell ourselves, the beliefs, the paradigms, the old ways of doing things. No, that can't operate anymore. We're in the new economy. We're in the new energy. You've got to be focusing on the 10% in order to stop yourself being in the success scrap heap. And I want you to know that you can keep calm, because I've got a plan. And the truth is, yes, you can certainly do this on your own, but you need to overcome your hidden roadblocks. That hidden roadblock that keeps so many entrepreneurs and salespeople on a path of mediocrity and struggle. Well, you don't need to do that. What you need to do is break free from those most menacing subconscious blocks, the blind spots, and really step into who you are, and own your authority, and own your expert status, and discover just how jolly good you are. And that's what we're going to be doing in the Inspire and Ignite event. This is the kind of people that I manifest into my life, to my events. We have fun together. And if any of you, those of you who are on the call, you can see yourself there smiling away. And we had a fabulous time at this. It was a small group intensive that I ran last year, I believe this one was, and we had a lot of fun together. And that's what I love to do with you. But more than that, I want to help you to achieve your income goals that you just can't do it on your own. And I know that to be true, because I tried to do it on my own and it just doesn't work. I also want to help you magnetize and manifest, because I totally understand that it's you were given a magic wand when you were born, but no one showed you how to use it, and it's time for you to learn how to use it. Now, you can go ahead and get private coaching with me. That's fine. You can do that. It's $15,000 to do private coaching with me. It's $2,500 to have a VIP day with me. It's anywhere from $997 to do an online system, but you don't have to pay that. That's not what you need to do. But what I do encourage you to do is I do encourage you, if you really want to get results, and I know just how important it is for you to work with someone who's gotten results for themselves and for other people, and that's exactly what I've done. And now I want to show you how that you can accelerate your ability to go from struggle to success, that really aligns with your true self and who you are. But the second offer I've got, for those of you who don't live in New Zealand, or for those of you who are not available the weekends of May the 16th to the 18th, when the Inspire and Ignite live experience is on, I also wanted to show you the Thinking into Results group. So I just want to see if I've got this, if this is coming up on your screen as well. So just going to check in and see, am I able to do that one as well? So just bear with me while I just bring this one up. So this one here is the Thinking into Results Mastermind, and this is the one that actually is one of my favorite 6-month coaching courses. We do it online, and you totally step outside of your comfort zone, and you become more aware of what needs to change in order for you to reach your goals. You become more productive, and overall you get this beautiful awareness of what you need to do to gain success. I support you along the way with hot seats, and you get to be surrounded with a tribe of success seekers just like you. And that's, it's an investment in your future. Of course, the Inspire Ignite event, we've got that on special until May the 7th, I believe it is. for $197, and then the tickets are going out to $697. Sorry, I think it might be May the 5th. And then we've got the Think End Results Mastermind, and that one there is 3,250 New Zealand dollars, and the value is normally 3,995, but I'm doing a special. It starts formally tomorrow, and so this is for fast action takers only. I know that a lot of you have been sitting on the fence about joining my mastermind program. Well, look, if you believe in that saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, then I'm your girl. So I want to help you have flashes of brilliance, and to be accelerated in your progress, just like Claire is. Claire, I know you're on the line tonight, so thank you for your beautiful testimony that you've just written for me. And yeah, I love that we've created a plan for you to build your six-figure income. And it's people like you, Claire, that make my life just such a joy. And really, really, my heart goes out to you. A big thank you to you for choosing me as your coach. So if you would like to overcome your money blocks and reach your goals faster, and you'd like my help, then here are the two options. I'm excited for you, because I know that the more that you can step into your brilliance, then the better it gets. And what's that saying? The better it gets, the better it gets, right? That's what we want for you. We want you to be in that place of absolute brilliance. I've just popped up down onto your pop-in the tab for Thinking Into Results. If you're interested, go and have a look at that, and do let me know if you would like to know more about Thinking Into Results. Then please do reach out to support@catherinenewton.com, and we can answer any questions you have. You have just spent gosh, look at the time, almost an hour and a half with me. I want to just, say a huge thank you. I'm saving the best for last. Don't leave just yet, because there is a prize draw, and I really think that this is going to help you to take fast action and get fast results. I'm going to give you two free tickets away to my Inspire and Ignite event, and that's a 3-day money makeover class that's going to lead you step by step through the process of finding what it takes for you to truly be in your brilliance and truly ignite yourself. Oh, okay. And so now what you need to be doing is you need to be standing by while I go and bring up my attendee list, so I can choose from the list. So what we're going to do now is just let you see. We're just having a look and see if we can bring up the camera. Yay! Here I am. Yay! Thank you, cameraman. That's fantastic. So now I can't see who is. I love technology. I love the way we get to learn. So I can't actually see who's on the line now. So hang on, wait for the cameraman. It's just going to try and bring it up again. Anyway, my huge apologies. What we're going to do is we're going to choose two people from the Hangout. I've got the Hangout list here right in front of me. So I'm going to choose two of you, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put it out on a list to you. If I could do this with you, if you can just hold 2 seconds while we just have a look and see if we can find the two winners. What you can do in the meantime is to go up onto the corner of the webinar and just indicate that you've been here, and then that will go onto my Facebook page, so we get a double entry for you into the ability to have 2 people. So, oh look, he's done it! Yay! Thank you. Excellent, fantastic. So, what I'd like to do is I'd like to invite 2 of you to come on to my my Inspire and Ignite workshop that's going to be on in Auckland, May the 16th to the 18th, and the first person that is drawn out of the list is drum roll please. We've got Pat. Pat, I've got your email address, Pat, so I will email you with that. I'm hoping you know who you are because there's no surname with it. So that's Pat. And the other one is Caroline. And if you're a Pat or a Caroline, then I'm going to be sending a free ticket your way. And really excited about having you to come along to my Inspire and Ignite event, and making sure that you get to fully live into the experience of what you're creating for yourself and for your business, because it's time now for you to start thinking big and getting out there in a way that truly inspires you. So thank you for being here tonight. From the bottom of my heart, I want you to know that it's when you follow those steps that I gave you that I'm going to be going to in a much bigger way at my Inspire and Ignite event. And of course, we do so in a big way in my Thinking into Results Mastermind as well. It's really easy for you to increase your income and get your success. It's time for you to rocket it. You do not have to feel stuck anymore. You don't have to feel in that place of feeling like you're on the scrap heap. You have this ability to reset the rules that you've been creating for yourself, and that's the truth of it. You've been telling yourself stories for too long. Now it's time for you to be in your magnificence and your brilliance and your amazingness of what you're here to create. And I want you to know that I'm here to be of service to you. I'm here to help you in whatever way I can. It's my love, my passion, if you like, to help people like yourself, people who are ready to step it up and who are hungry to make more money doing what they love, because if I can do it, then so can you. So all you've got to do is decide, and the more that you step into that decision, then the better it gets. So much love to you all. Thank you for hanging with me for the last hour and a half, and I hope you've taken lots of really good notes, because the steps I gave you were very much an integral part of me now stepping into my business of 6 figures and beyond. Having an amazing team that all started with a vision, literally with a pen and paper, with me taking time out of my business and sitting down and writing out what was my team vision, what did I want my business to look like, what was the vision I had for my life, for my future, and for my business. Now I get to step into living my dream every single day. I get to step away from my business, and my business still operates just like I've just done. And I'm excited because I have a very clear formula now for helping you. So come and join me if you can. And if you can't, find a way to come along to the Inspire and Ignite event that's on May 16th to the 18th. And that's Inspire and Ignite, and it's on Eventbrite. If the link's disappeared off your screen, then you'll find it at Eventbrite under Inspire and Ignite, and of course hosted by myself. Looking forward to seeing you there. If you are interested in Thinking into Results, we do start tomorrow at midday, and it's going to be an amazing, we've got an amazing group of people that are coming together to support each other in this particular online program. Jump on, connect with us, use the link that was on the screen before, or send us an email at support@catherinenewton.com and speak to one of us tomorrow before the course starts, if that's what you need to do. All right, my friends, much love, and I really just want to thank you for being on the call with us, and admire how you have taken tonight out to train yourself and to grow into a bigger potential of what you're here to be. All right, guys, thanks so much. Bye. Bye.